Adios. Told you there was something rattling. Thank God for power tools. So my suspicions were correct when I said that the lugs were rattling. They are. Well, as soon as tension's applied to these and it pulls this out, there's this little piece in there, the stopper, that prevents it from going back inside the lug. And that's loose. And anytime you hit it, it rattles. Don't think I was baking you cookies. I wasn't. All right, those are the lugs. It's Thursday night. I had an absolutely miserable day at work. I don't feel like doing anything to the drums, but I got to get this stuff done. So, good old olive drab. Yeah. Bet you're thinking to yourself, why the hell would he paint a drum shell olive drab green? And then you're probably thinking to yourself, why the hell does he have hot pink nail polish? Well, it's not for me. At least not for my fingernails. I only do my toes with this. Actually, these are the lugs I took off. You can see in there to get that little black piece right there. When pressure or the lugs pull on the swivel nuts, it releases that little black piece of plastic. And it's pretty much free to do whatever it wants inside the lug, which is usually rattle. So I opted to replace it. These are the ones I took off the drum zone, and they do have the spring inside. However, those springs are extremely tight. They are not going to loosen up, they're not going to vibrate. However, they are a different size. So I have to match, check just to make sure. Thank God. They are a different size. The holes don't line up. So I have to mark these in order to re-drill them. I could just do measuring tape and do it, but you know, that's a pain in that butt and I don't feel like doing it. So one way you can do it, just paint the other, where the other lug's going to fit on there. Make sure you get the top one lined up, make sure it's straight, and you just push it down. Now I know exactly where to drill. I'll try that again. So, due to the close proximity to the other lug holes, I'm going to drill a pilot hole first, just so when I put the larger bit on, it's going to go will travel through to the right, well, as in the right hole. Because if not, since it is so close to the other hole, that drill bit is actually going to wander itself over the other one, just because there's less resistance. Get in there, you little bastard. Now with the pilot hole dug, at least there's a better chance that the full-size drill bit will actually find its way right where it's supposed to go. And tell you the truth, I could probably eyeball the rest. I don't want to waste all my wife's freaking nail polish. Then I gotta buy her more. Thank God for vacuums. Not just for shits and giggles. Let me see if this thing works now. And of course, well, it worked. Operator headspace and timing again. And lug sits in there beautifully. So I'm confident in my lack of skill that I'll get most of them right. Boy, I reached the end. I reached the absolute end. Luckily, and they must get those screws down to the last flipping millimeter. I'm surprised Get in there, you. Get in there. Get in there. I swear to God, I will chainsaw you to death. Well, most of the holes fit. Got all the lugs in. And so as I get, there we go, there it is. As I put the cross tip bit on there, what happens? Battery starts dying. So I got to tighten all these by hand, which is just as well, I guess. You're going to have to anyways. And luckily, those holes are just big enough because the shell I took these lugs off of was considerably thicker than this one. Get in there, you. And it could be worse things than, you know, your drill bit running out of juice. Your drill, I should say, running out of electrical power on the batteries. I mean, you could be stuck on the Mackinac Bridge after drinking 4 shots of espresso and eating a bran muffin. That would be pretty bad. for those of you who don't know, the Mackinac Bridge is the big suspension bridge that connects Michigan's upper and lower peninsula. It's over 5 miles long. Oh, it's a whopper. So the shell is painted, the hardware is painted, and right now I'm in the process of doing all the stencil work on it. Now, I wanted to make it look military, of course, because I think it's all part of the fun. You got the safety striping on there, which is not usually found on explosive devices. However, I thought I would just add a little bit to it. The roll of tape was actually provided by my safety guy at work, which is kind of cool. It's reflective tape. We don't actually use it for anything, so I said if you don't need it, I'd gladly take it off his hands. But that's what's going on right now. You can see it's quite a mess we got going on. And the black part of the stencils, most everything military is stenciled in black, except like on some explosive devices, like on bombs and whatnot. It's usually in yellow, but I wanted to kind of put different colors on it, just make it look more interesting. Because everything with the military is labeled usually on equipment, especially if you get new equipment. That's why the lift for on the legs are mounted on there. For the snare mechanism, I thought it'd be kind of cute to put some of the safety striping around that. And of course arm, and I didn't have enough room to put disarm. And I actually tried to go out to a store this morning and try to find smaller plastic stencils where I could use to actually put disarm and arm on the snare, but I couldn't. She's a work in progress. Big old mess. Good luck on your Pokemon adventures.
Bye.
Be safe. Stop at the bank. All right, now let's cut some snare beds so Sheila won't dog me out so bad.
Yes, get on with it!
All right, it's turning out all right. Nice shallow snare bed on there. It's only gonna take about 2 or 3 minutes to do it. Something kind of funny, I didn't think about this. You know, my mindset is in a different era still. And the way things are today, you really gotta pay more attention to what you're doing. So, being in the military as long as I am, I've experienced with a lot of explosives. I've probably thrown 50 fragmentation grenades in my lifetime. I love grenades, they're fun, they're scary, very weighty. All sorts of tank ammunition. I've seen aerial ammunition or aerial bombs and whatnot up close. I even been up next to Silkworm and Styx, Russian-made anti-ship missiles. But I wanted to go for like a World War II era aerial bomb look for this. And so without even thinking about it, I'm typing in on the internet US bombs, you know, aerial bombs, 1,000-pound bomb, 500-pound bomb. And I didn't stop to think about it. It's funny, my computer, if I start talking to about something with my wife, when I go online to search, it automatically pulls up those things I was talking about with my wife, which I thought's kind of strange. So I'm thinking, well, if it knows what I want to shop for or what I'm looking for, and I start typing in stuff about bombs and whatnot, who's gonna answer to that? The mailman's here. So I really had to stop and think. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be typing this stuff up. But there's letters, no package for me? Come on, mail, you're killing me. So I had to stop and actually think, just because of the time we're in and how stupid people are, that I started typing in U.S. replica bombs. And I'm like, oh my God. For the 2 days after that, I was waiting. I sat, every time I went to bed, I was kind of wondering, is somebody in dark outfits going to kick in my door at 3 o'clock in the morning and arrest me for something regarding bombs or planting a bombing or something like that? I thought, oh my God. So I started looking up U.S. replica bombs, and then there's companies, because people do collect replica bombs. And I thought, well, that would be kind of cool to actually get the stencils off one. They do sell the stencils if you want to make a replica U.S. like aerial bomb, like a 1,000-pound bomb or 500-pound bomb. And I thought, well, I'm not going to get it here in time. And it was only like $5-6. And I'm like, oh, I could make my own with cheap stencils and whatnot. And but oh my God, I didn't even think about the fact that somebody might actually, or the computer might actually refer me to some kind of federal law enforcement agency like the ATF and come question me, why am I looking up bomb stuff and all this kind of stuff. So that was kind of crazy.
No thanks. Too much work for me. Hey guys, how's it going? Todd, the cheap drums guy. Week-long project. Holy crap. I didn't think that bloody thing was ever going to end. Every time I came up to do something, something else went wrong. But no problem. After about 2.5 solid days of working on it, I finally got it done. And I'll show you real quick. Yeah, that's her. Something else. I'm retired military. Did you expect anything else? Disarm. Arm. And I put her original badge on it. Sound Percussion Lab. And, of course, got to put my tag on it, too. My old tag. Haven't come up with a new one yet. Where is it? There it is. Yeah. It's unique. Now, originally I got this, like I had said before, from U.S. military bombs. Of course, this really doesn't look like a U.S. military bomb. The striping's different, and they don't have... Anyways, I took a little liberty with it, a little license. So, but you know what? I think it looks pretty cool, and it doesn't sound too bad. The issue that I have with it is just that it's a very deep shell. I mean, that's 14 inches. She's a whopper. But it pushes, that head pushes a lot of air too. So you're going to get a little overtone with it. I did not do the felt like I initially planned. But, it's lost in the mix. I'll give you a little quick sound. I've been playing with those wires. Been playing with those wires half the day. I think it's the head choice because I'm using a regular Remo Ambassador, not a Snare side on there. I'll check that one out too. I thought by using the thicker head of the Ambassadors, it might help tone it down a little bit and give her more of a thuddier sound. And I think if I'm not going to do the felt, but I got to get some kind of internal muffler, a bigger muffler on the inside, something to kind of not prevent the air, almost like a baffle it almost need, but anyways. But this project took a lot out of me. It's Saturday, and what the hell time is it? Saturday, September 2nd. It's 19:55 hours, meaning it's almost 8 o'clock. And I've been doing this thing, or working with this thing, pretty much all day. And that leads me to another point I want to make. I love playing the drums, you know that. I've mentioned it many, many times. I like making the videos also, but I'm getting kind of a little burned out. And this project, although it was fun and it turned out a pretty neat drum that I get to play with, and it should sound really good once I finally find the perfect dampening for it. It turned out really good. I'm pleased with it. But this project, it's been a hard week at work, and then going from that into working on this and trying to get everything ready in time, it really ate up my week. It really stressed me out. And especially today, even though I do have next week off, today it soaked up most of my Saturday. And so I'm like, you know, I need kind of a break. So I'm going to do that. And honestly, I haven't played the drums all week because of this. And to me, this is all about playing drums. And if I'm not playing drums, I'm not happy. And I want to be in a good mood and good spirits when I work on projects or do my videos. And I want you guys, you know, be all depressed and whatnot. But I'm going to take a little break. I'm not going away forever, although some of you probably wish I would. But I'm going to take a little break for a week or two and not worry about videos, and I'm just going to enjoy my drums again. But anyways, I hope you like this project, and I hope you enjoy the ones I have coming down the pike. I don't know what those are yet. I guess you'll find out soon as I will, or same as I will. But anyways, I'm Todd, the Cheap Drums Guy. You guys have a great week, great couple of weeks maybe. Take care of yourselves and be safe. Yeah. And I hope the ATF doesn't crash my house tonight thinking I actually made a freaking bomb. Well, it wouldn't be the first time I got shot at.